All right, let's go out to Minnesota and talk to Kaylee. What's up, Kaylee?
Hello, how are you?
So good. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. What's up?
Awesome. Well, my question is kind of just how can I stop comparing myself to others? I feel like I've been doing that for years, and now I feel like I'm specifically comparing myself to my sister all the time. And also, we have kids who are 3 weeks apart, and I feel like I'm also comparing her son and my son because they're so close in age. Like if her son talks more than my son does right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, my son is so behind. And so I was just kind of wondering your thoughts on that and how I can stop comparing my life to other people. It sounds simple, like just stop doing it, but I don't know. It's like my thoughts just take over, and I kind of feel like I need to be doing more with my life and things like that. So
This often comes from a place, a home environment where somebody had to do things in order to get love. They had to make perfect grades. They had to perform on a ball field. They had to do things so that. Was that you?
You know, it really wasn't. I will say that I've heard you say that on the show before, and I kind of was always reflecting back to my childhood. And I grew up with just my mom and my sister for the most part. It was just us, and my sister was like straight A's, never got in trouble, like just the typical stereotypical first child, and I was like the complete opposite. And my mom literally, like, truly never once ever compared us, never once made me feel like I need to be doing more. But then I think about, like, my dad, and he just wasn't in the picture much, like, at all. And got remarried 2 months after divorcing my mom and had twins and just kind of started a new life there. So I don't know if it maybe stems from that. But
two things. One, we'd have to spend some time together, but it would be such a rare situation with what you described with your mom.
Okay.
That would be so rare. And I would tell you this, it's not worth mining and going down every rabbit hole in your mind, right?
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet, whether it's glances, whether it is high fives, whether it is, I'm just talking to your sister right now, that straight A sister got the nod. The second thing is yeah, it very much could be, it's a very real possibility that there's a little girl in there wondering, what was it about me that dad left?
Right.
And I'm going to keep my head on a swivel and look for every place in the world where I'm not the best, or I'm not the prettiest, or I'm not the tallest, I'm not making the most money, where I'm not the smartest kid, whatever the thing is, because I'm so paranoid about somebody else that I care about leaving me. And I've got to achieve perfection to get there. And of course, you know, that doesn't exist. It's not real.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm kind of getting a little emotional right now. Just sorry.
No, it's good. You're good. You're good. And so
I just have a lot of feelings, like with my dad, just kind of leaving and just not really being a dad. And
have you ever talked to him about it?
I never have. No.
Yeah. It might be worth that conversation. Do you still have a relationship with him?
Yeah, we do. And he's like, if I've ever needed anything, like with money, things like that, he's always helped.
Yeah,
and
hold on, stop. You needed something way more important than money, and he left. It's real easy to look at tangible things like clothes and a car and car insurance and say, he gave me everything. No, he didn't, man. He left.
Yeah.
You're not crazy.
And he's just like super involved in my half siblings' lives. And it's just like, he never taught me how to drive or went to a softball game or went to my prom. And so I think a lot of like the comparison and things, I guess, maybe stems from that. I'm probably not fully healed from that. Obviously, I'm crying right now, but
sure,
I guess I have a lot of work to do from that.
Yeah. Here's the thing about comparison. You have to heal that from the inside out.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be an external thing that comes in and makes you feel whole enough to not care how your sister. even more so not care how her toddler's doing, but to celebrate the fact that he's really smart.
Yeah.
Celebrate the fact that he knows 50 words and your kid only knows 6.
Yeah, and I really want to get to that place. I really, really do.
So go there with gratitude.
Okay.
You've heard me say a lot on the show about keeping a gratitude journal. Write 5 things at night that start with the sentence, I am grateful for. And just do that every night.
Yeah.
But I want you to start a gratitude journal where you are intentionally grateful for the success in other people's life.
Okay.
I'm so grateful that my sister is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so grateful that my nephew is just crushing it.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
Right?
I should be doing that.
And I want you to spend some time talking to my friend Kaylee in a positive way. Because it's not better or worse. It's just different. You're going to have a different life. You've always had a different life from your sister, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
She wore high heels and you wore Converse and she made straight A's and you got dates, right? I mean, it's like y'all had different lives, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, we're so different, but like we're so close. Like we hang out all the time.
Of course.
We have a really good relationship, and she's never made me feel either like I need to be doing something more. So I'm grateful for that. It's
have you ever told her that you feel like you live in her shadow?
Oh, gosh, no, I've never said that.
I think you should.
Okay.
I think you should.
Yeah. I
think you should tell her, I've spent so much of my life being jealous of you because you're so beautiful, your kid's smart, this and this and this.
Yeah.
And I want you to know I still wrestle with that haunting question of why dad left us. And I want you to know I love you and I'm so proud of you as my sister.
Yeah.
But I also want you to know I'm struggling.
Okay. A good idea.
And if you didn't have a good relationship with her, I wouldn't say don't just bomb her with that. But it sounds like y'all are super close. My promise is that she feels that disconnection. She feels that gap in your relationship. She doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
She just thinks it's crazy sister, crazy Aunt Kaylee.
Yeah.
Right.
I just also feel like I'm a teacher too, and I just feel like even there I'm like, oh, this teacher's better than me, and I don't know. I don't know. It's really tough. And I just feel like I need to be like changing my thoughts around. And
it is.
I don't know. It's draining.
It's 100%. And what I'm about to tell you to do is so cheesy and it's so absurd sounding. And it's been magical in my life and in others' lives.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about looking in the mirror and balling your hand up in a fist and put it in the middle of your chest and looking in the mirror and saying, I love this girl.
Okay.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
And then writing down, I'm a good teacher. I'm a good mom. I'm a good fill in the blank. And I'm going to make that a repetitive thing until those thoughts become part of my life.
Okay.
Okay. Also, you can't just think your way there. What does that mean? I've had to come face to face sometimes when I'm struggling with comparison that person actually does work harder than me. They are smarter than me. And sometimes I've had to up my game.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes my comparison has been right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that too.
But also, like my buddy Kaylee Norton, he's ripped beyond measure. And he lifts like a forklift. He can pick up that much weight. Like a house. And when I'm around him, dude, talk about comparison. He's handsome. He's really successful in business. He's a world champion. I am not those things. I'm a YouTuber, Kaylee. You know what I mean? And I jog.
Hey, you're good at that, though. You're a good YouTuber.
I go jogging, right? But here's the thing. I don't want that life he has.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, I love cheering for my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, my buddy who's an attorney, I love that he's so successful. I don't want the life of being a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right? So it's in celebration. It's in recognizing I feel myself comparing and him being like, yeah, he's a world champion lifter, right? I'm not that. Or when I was a teacher, like, this person's an incredible teacher. And they work at it too, a lot. I don't. So I cannot be a teacher. I don't want this life. Or I can work really hard at getting better at it. But all that comes back to that comparison, which is, I'm good. And you cannot get that peace externally. It has to come from the inside. Has to come from the inside out. And so I want you to spend, like I said, spend some time in gratitude for the success of other people. I want you to practice not staring at your own belly button and looking up and out. And then I want you to take that same posture and look in the mirror and look at Kaylee and let her know that you love that girl. You love her. And here's some things about her that I do love. And here's some things we're going to work on. Let's practice that for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And let's also bring your sister into the vulnerability. I struggle with this. Do you struggle with anything from Dad? I still struggle with being second to you. I still struggle with why he left. Do you have anything that haunts you? And she might say, no, you're crazy. She's probably not going to say that. She's probably not going to say that. You're a great sister, Kaylee. Your little one, your son is lucky to have you. Your nephew's lucky to have you. Your sister's lucky to have you. Kaylee's lucky to have Kaylee.